I look greasy and tired. My two favourite looks combined. Also kind of matched my eye bags to my blouse. I mean, match my blouse to my eye bags. Can't change the colour of my eye bags. But yeah, we're going to jump straight on into it and put some coverage on this base. I have got a face balm on from earlier. I've been prepping my skin with this. So basically I have been using this Evolve Day Cream, which I just don't like. It's their day cream for normal to dry skin. It's just not hydrating enough for me. So I have been reaching for the Tropic Skin Feast, which is kind of, I've spoken about this before, it's kind of like a gel cream. A lot of this stuff is going to be Tropic just because they've come out with a makeup line recently. I thought people might be interested, but I do have a couple of other brands to show. I'm going to jump straight on into the foundation. So this reminds me a lot, this is their Beauty Booster, and it reminds me a lot of the MAC Face and Body, which is a very, very lightweight foundation. Like, it doesn't give you masses of coverage, but it sits really nicely on the skin. My friend Soph absolutely loves that foundation. Obviously MAC isn't cruelty free, but she's got really dry skin, and yeah, it's just one that she always goes back to. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup, to be honest, like a lot of base makeup, because she doesn't need it. Her skin's really, really good. The consistency of this reminds me a lot of that, and I've just been applying it with my fingers. Very, very quick and easy. I don't feel like it shows up dry patches. I think it's a nice product for someone who doesn't want masses of coverage. Got SPF 35 in it, which I don't really know if I trust with foundations, because I don't know if you put I don't know if there's enough product on your face to give you that coverage, so I would always go in with an SPF before this. I love the Cooler Daydream Mineral Primer. This is my favourite. It's very, very silicone heavy, but it just blurs the skin so nicely. I thought I would put this on its own so you can see what it's like without a primer. But yeah, if I was going out and wearing this in the sunshine, I would definitely put SPF on. I had a look at the shade range online, and I don't know if I was looking at the wrong... I was only looking at the press release, because I wanted to see how much it retails for. £22. The colour selection is absolutely balls. I think there's about 8 shades. The darkest shade looked like it was just about a medium, not even deep. It's abysmal. I don't know if it's because it's sheer, they think that it will work for deeper skin tones. I'm not an expert for what works for deeper skin colours and the different tones and undertones that are needed for like different people. I'm really not an expert. I only really dabble in really pale foundations, because like that's all I know. I just know like to look for the lightest shade. I've got mine in the shade Barely Nude. I think it's a good colour match. Tropic also came out with this mineral foundation, so you get a little sieve. I've also got this in Barely Nude, and they've released a brush range, so this is the Kabuki brush. I've never gotten into Kabuki brushes before. I never really got the point of them. I just found they didn't distribute the product very well. Kabuki brushes I've used are so dense that I just didn't find they distributed the product well at all. But this is a duo fibre Kabuki brush. It's a really lovely brush actually. Yeah, you basically swivel it round in the little sieve here, and then it's supposed to apply a little bit more coverage. You can use this on its own. I mean, you probably know how to use mineral foundations, but it's basically like a powder foundation, but a loose powder. So again, it's got SPF, I think it's SPF 25. I don't really know why I've never really got into mineral foundations. I feel like subconsciously I thought they weren't going to give me any coverage. I thought they would look quite dry. But also I feel like they're quite a faff, like you have to keep dipping back in. And I suppose, oh, this isn't even setting my face, is it? It's not really taking away shine. I just thought I'd put it on top to kind of give it a little bit more coverage, because I'm not using concealer. I'm going to take a little bit of this Alima Pure powder foundation, literally just to take away that shine, because I think I look a little bit greasy. This I've got in the shade Macadamia, and I mentioned on Instagram that I really didn't like it because I was using it with the sponge that it came with, and I still don't like it with the sponge, but actually with a brush it's quite nice. It's alright. I don't not like it. I think it takes away shine quite nicely, and it's a good colour match for me. Before I finish my base, I'm going to move on to brows. So I've actually got some 100% pure products to use in this video. So this is the medium brown. I think this is the Long Last Brows, and I picked this up off of Naturissimo because I was just using a powder. And actually I've got this little Tropic palette which you can pick. You can customise these palettes to whatever you want. Bronzer, a blush / highlighter, a liquid liner, like a gel liner, and then also some eyeshadows which you can use on your brows, but I've been reaching for this brow product, so I thought I would show it in this video because I did mention it in my favourites video. I love this because it lasts so long on my eyebrows. I just take a little angled brush, and this brush by Tropic I've also mentioned in a favourites because it's so handy. So it comes with the lid on this end, and then you've got a shader brush, you've got an angled brow brush, and then underneath you've got a spoolie brush. So good for travel, and it's a good quality brush as well. I just take a little bit of that Long Last Brow product on the brush, and I mean, you've probably seen, if you watch my channel, you've seen how I do my brows. I don't really do too much. I just fill in any gaps and kind of build up the arch. I use this brush daily pretty much, or I will use my MOTD Brow Chicka Wow brush. I was using the Lolo angled spoolie brush, or whatever it's called, but that one is just not great. This one gives you a lot more control. I highly recommend this. I think it's a great brow gel and a slightly more natural formula. In the same breath, this by 100% Pure is one of my least favourite products from them, and I feel really bad because I have shown this in, oh, keep it in the box. This is how often I use it. I've kept it in the box. I used this in Get Ready With Me when I was in Iceland, and I was so full of hope and really happy that I found a brow gel that was similar to the Glossier Boy Brow. Now this, it's not like the Glossier Boy Brow. It looks like, it's very deceptive because it does look like the Glossier Boy Brow, and on first application you might think, yeah, this has kind of got the same vibe. It's just not. It's like, it's not as fibery. See, the Glossier Boy Brow's got beeswax in. That's why it's been my life's quest to replace it with a good brow building brow gel that's got a little bit of fibre to it, but it also locks the hairs in place. I've tried so many. I still need to do a video on all of the ones I've tried because honestly the list is long, and I feel like it could really be useful for anyone who's looking for a good vegan brow gel. My favourite one so far, I love the Milk Kush brow gel, but this Sainsbury's one that I've been using recently, which was only £2.50, is obviously a lot cheaper, and that one locks the hairs in place a lot better. This is alright. It's not like the worst I've tried, but it's definitely not the best, and it's definitely not worth £22 or whatever it costs. And this is why I hate doing first impressions or like using a product in a video when I haven't used it regularly, because I was so full of hope when I mentioned this last that I just don't stand by that opinion anymore. I just find that my brow hairs don't stay in place, and that's like the main thing I want from a brow gel. Let's flip back to face. So this palette, like I say, you buy the palette and then you can refill these little, what are these called? Compacts? I don't know. So you keep this plastic outer part, and then the inside is just aluminium, and then when you want a refill you just buy the aluminium and the product in cardboard, so there's no plastic that you're throwing away. In theory this should last a long time. I've got the lightest shade bronzer they do, and it's perfect for pale skin. Actually, I probably should have mentioned this bronzer in my like best bronzers for pale skin video. You can buy it individually, but then it's just like a loose compact. You'd have to buy like the whole palette to kind of put it in. I felt like it probably wasn't relevant, but it's the perfect shade, and mine's in Bali Bronze. But I'm going to go in with this second biggest pan, which is a highlighter, but I use it as a blush because it's kind of like a sheeny rose gold sort of blush, and I think it is actually called rose gold, so I'm gonna pop that. I kind of apply my blush not on the apples of my cheeks. I do it kind of in an 80s style, which is when you apply blush like above where you've put your bronzer or your contour or whatever. Like, it's just a little bit sort of higher up on the face. I just find it's a bit more flattering and less kind of doll-like. So my lips are so dry. I've been taking iron supplements. I think I mentioned this in another video actually. I've been taking iron supplements, and they make your skin, like here, it's just cracked. I need to only take them, like I take them less often now because my skin was getting so uncomfortably dry. And when I take a tablet, or sometimes I use a spray, but most of the time I'll take tablets, I just make sure to drink lots and lots of water afterwards. But if anyone's got any tips, please do let me know. This is the Tropic Lip Fudge, by the way. So much Tropic stuff. I'm really sorry if I'm bombarding you with Tropic stuff. I'm going to quickly whiz on and do eyes. So I'm going to take the golden shade all over my lid with the short shader brush I've got here. And I'm thinking like, maybe a kind of grungy look. That's what I'm in the mood for. And then in the crease, I'm just mixing together the reddy and brown shades in this little palette. Same shades underneath my eye. And then also I'm going to take the gel liquid liner, but I'm going to take it with a smudger brush as opposed to a gel liner brush, just to give more of a kind of smudged out grungy look. I'm going to set my face with the Tropic toner, which is not like the best setting spray because it is quite heavy, but it's a nice toner. It's their Vitamin Toner Pore-Refining Mist. And then I like to do lips before I finish off my eyes, and I'm going to take, I'm not sure actually, I've got a couple of lipsticks, and also they do these lip glazes. So these are just lip glosses basically. I don't like the one in Sugared Plum, but I do like this one in Candy Pop. I just find Sugared Plum is a bit too dark for me, and I don't really love metallic lip products. They're not my favourite. I do these lipsticks as well. So these are, I think they're like 20 quid if you buy them with the bullet, but then you can buy refills which are cheaper. So you keep the same bullet and then you get like a £16 little refill, which is literally just the like lipstick part. So you can refill these, which is nice. And this shade is lovely. It's called Goji. It's kind of like a peachy pink. The other colour I've got here is Wild Watermelon, which is a much brighter pink, but it's very pretty. I like wearing this on my cheeks as well. I've been doing that a couple of times over the past week. The lip gloss is great. It's not sticky. It's really opaque. Smells like drumsticks, not chicken drumsticks, as in the sweet drumsticks, which I'm pretty sure they're making them vegan, or they already are vegan. I'm not sure, but I haven't had one in so long, and this smells just like drumsticks. Lovely. Very sweet, but very nice. And I kind of also want to put some of this on my eyelid. Glossy eye look. I feel like a lot of people, as I said that, are probably like, ooh, I wouldn't. But I want to. I just want to do something a little bit different. I feel like this look is very kind of basic. So let's just do it. You never know if you never try. I'm not sure whether to put mascara on first or afterwards. I'm going to try it afterwards, but I might regret this, so let's just give it a go. I feel like a glossy eye looks so cool and really grungy, but I think it's just so impractical. Like I don't think I'd ever wear a glossy eye out for a long period of time. If I was just popping out, yeah, maybe I would, but it transfers so much on me because my eyes are so small. I don't have a lot of lid space, so a glossy eye will really transfer on me if I leave it for a long time. But I think that looks quite cool. I think it looks alright. It's not like the best in the world, but I'm going to pop some mascara on my top lashes. I think Tropic did come out with a mascara, but I'm obsessed with the Lolo mascara. This has done... oh, balls. This has done me so well. I was just about to say that and then poke myself in the eye with it. As I was saying, this has done me so well. It's lasted... gotta be like 4 or 5 months now, and I wear it every single day. Just adding a tiny little bit more eyeshadow underneath my eyes and a little bit in the crease just where the lip gloss has kind of worn it away, and that is pretty much it for this look. Really hope this was useful. Overall, my favourite products are probably the lip products, like the lipsticks and the lip gloss. Love. And I do really like the beauty booster. I think it's really cool. Oh, actually also the bronzer. The bronzer and the blush I think look really nice on pale skin, even though this is definitely a highlight, not a blush, so if you are looking for it, look on the highlighter section, not the blush section. So yeah, those are my words of pearly wisdom. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know, and hopefully you have a wonderful day and a wonderful life. If you want to see some more from me, I obviously focus on vegan and cruelty-free beauty and lifestyle and sustainability, kind of, not really, but I try my hardest. And I would love for you to try your hardest too and jump on board. So if you want to subscribe, please do, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!